Hello everybody, my name is Anthony. Welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 in Kaiserreich. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, we're trying to invade southern Italy. It's not really working out so well. There's like 1,000,000 troops right now in Italy itself. Within the next 14 days, we'll also be at war with the Entente, and that is great, because I'm assuming Sardinia is going to call in the rest of the Entente. I'd be extremely surprised if they didn't. I mean, that actually leaves a weird spot for actually Nepal over here, because they're also at war with the entirety of the Entente, and maybe they'll actually join our faction somehow. I don't know. It's weird. Russia and Germany are still having a major confrontation over here on the Eastern Front. Right now, we're not actually at war with Germany, but it could happen very soon. And what it means also is that all these troops really should just be on this Portuguese border, which they used to be. They all used to be on the border, but then they decided not to be on the border, which will probably be really bad for the Iberian Federation for a little bit. Because right now we have so many troops on this border, which honestly we don't need them to be. 4 days for these guys. Actually, what I want to do is I want to train up some Marine divisions. Even though I know, about 6 Marines. Just so we can maybe, like, navally invade some of these ports back here. Actually, oh, who's this over here? The British have actually landed over here down in Sicily. That is fantastic. Thank you. Britain. Hopefully can spread out their numbers a little bit, which actually looks like they've already done. And these guys are completely reorganized in their front line. Is Germany trying to attack? Not that I can see, but maybe they do know we're going to go to war with the Entente. I'm not too sure. But they've basically completely left us alone. And there we go, we've actually pushed our way through. The purple line, why is the purple line the entire front? It's supposed to only be with you. And the blue is only supposed to be there. Yeah, so you guys just reorganize yourself. We have taken a little bit of land, so that is good. Of course, I would like to send like 2 divisions and try to take more of the coast. Just to make their front line a little bit bigger. Let's see if we can maybe spread it out a little bit. Apparently we also are not getting... We're actually missing steel? Yeah, well, so we just like no manpower. 1.1 thousand manpower. We can go up to service by requirement. Export focus, limited exports. That would mean I wouldn't have to trade factories maybe for the steel, but really I don't know if it's really that big of a deal. And are we even at 5%? We're at 3.5% mobilized. And the maximum is 5%. So we're not even fully mobilized. So I don't think there's a reason to go into service by requirement quite yet. Mostly just because, you know, we wouldn't actually be getting any benefit of it until we hit 5% here. Assuming, of course, that I'm actually reading it right and I'm not just dumb. Which also might be the issue. Also, it looks like a lot of troops also left the Portuguese front. So that's good. I don't know where they're going. I don't know if I'll ever know where they're going, but slowly march our way down the coast. Because this is technically, I think, considered one war. There's just a cavalry division here. And yeah, we're kind of just bypassing their massive fortification they had on this border. Brazil has joined the Entente. Aren't they? Oh no, they're not fascist anymore. Now they're just no, they're still fascist. Never mind. But they are part of the Entente. I don't know why they're part of the Entente. I mean, Mexico and it's got a very interesting political situation we've got going on. I want to look at this map. Thank you. So I wonder if they're going to pull troops out of the Vatican. So we're almost going to be at war. That's a lot of ships. Hopefully they can actually contain the Entente Make sure they actually can't really land on the continent. That would be good for us. Yeah, I was actually gonna like completely abandon these fortifications. We might as well just move in. Oh, there's so they've all reorganized and positioned themselves back over here. But we are about to be at war with the Entente as well. I wonder if these guys will join the Entente. I'm not 100% too sure. Electronics, infrastructure could be useful, but again, I think I just want more population. Consumer good factories going down, and the research slot. I kind of want all of these. French Republic's joined. So basically, as far as I'm concerned, the Second World War is about to begin. The Iron Guard. Oh, okay, so now also Bulgaria's at war with a bunch of people as well. Belgrade Pact, which also will that put them at war with the Russians? Potentially, I think. Mexico and Argentina wants to join our wars. Britain wants to join the war. I can just do and call everybody in. France, Canada's involved in the war. New England, Brazil, and West Indies are still out of the war for now. But yeah, nah, we're definitely in, World War II territory. I don't think actually we're going to get a notification about the Second Weltkrieg, because Germany and France aren't at war, and these are the two countries that need to be at war for the Second Weltkrieg to officially begin, I think, in terms of the game mechanics. Brazil's now got involved. Yeah, so I'm just going to take basically the entirety of the coast. The West Indies are now involved. Why are you having such a difficult time? I mean, they got a lot of defense, to be fair. I don't want you to take the entirety of the Italian coast, and then we'll kind of just surround the Papal States. I don't know, how many troops do you have? 16 to 32 divisions. Not a ton. Yeah, okay, so we're at 3.6% manpower now. The capital of their city is over here in Napoli. Just kind of keep on marching south. We mostly got pushed out of Sardinia, but that's okay. Actually, are you even in a port province? I don't think you are. No, I think you might be. I'm not too sure. There's a lot of French troops right there that might all get killed. They don't think they can actually retreat. Wait, so is Portugal not involved? No, Spain didn't actually get involved. Spain said no. Oh no, now they'll say yes. Yeah, I don't know why they weren't involved in the beginning. Then I was probably going to see Portugal hopefully just get completely overrun, and then I don't know what we're going to do about exactly with the French Republic. Again, I don't know why the front line... Stop it. Stand here. You're also taking a ton of casualties, so maybe that's actually not a great idea. Everybody hold position. Maybe surround this city here if we move our troops forward. Apparently, Ireland wasn't part of the war. Nepal was a non-aggression pact. Sure. I really didn't have anything against the Nepalese, so. And then I also need to, at some point, declare war on the Austrian Empire, because the Italian Republic are part of their faction. And yeah, a lot of troops are about to swarm into Portugal. And I don't think there's enough troops for them to stop all of this. So hopefully we can push the Entente off of the continent very soon. Because that's like the only spot... I have my second monitor in front of my first monitor, so I can't see the side of the screen. Yeah, that's the only place the Entente has any foothold in North America, or in Europe. You know, aside from these islands, but they don't really count as far as I'm concerned. So are you also at war with... No, apparently, well, Russia just didn't get involved with the Bulgarian war. Okay, so got some Italian troops moving here. How about you guys? Like, can you both attack? If you're going to attack from the river as well, if you can send in some reinforcements, so he's getting attacked from multiple directions. He's actually, this guy coming in from the sea is actually doing 0-0-0. Naval penalty of negative 99%. That's impressively bad. But he's in multiple combat, so hopefully we can actually push him out. I think I need more decryption, because my decryption seems to be pretty bad, and I can't figure out what the AI is actually trying to do. I think we can actually push our way through here. The French should hopefully push their way down the rest of the boot. And they're slowly holding onto their port down there, so that is great. And I think Portugal is going to capitulate pretty soon. So I don't know what's actually going to happen to these colonies down here. You're actually still fighting. The Union of South Africa is actually still fighting in their war. 4 to 8 divisions. They're just kind of defending Cape Town with their entire lives. They just won't give up. France, you can easily just push down that position. Yeah, he's just got a ton of defense. And we're at 29% because it's night and the terrain is bad. So let's at least play until morning. So we don't have a negative 50% penalty right off the bat. We should push our way through here. Our finest hour. Spartacus is released. I am Spartacus. British politicians and former Lord of the Admiral Winston Churchill has published a new book. Come on, Winston Churchill. Notice alternate history and concerning the Great War. Story takes the perspective of a young British soldier returning from the victorious Gallipoli campaign amid a world radically different from his own, and timeline theory of Roosevelt and his Bull Moose Party win in 1912. The American presidential election leading to American entry into the Will Creek and the Entente victory. A defeated and partially occupied Germany is gripped with constant economic and political crisis when it is in the defeat of the Whites in the Russian Civil War. It is occupied by a bitter and extremely nationalist Adam Dressler. He leads the German Workers' Party to follow an ideology of people's socialism, an extreme form of national populism. The novel ends with the beginning of a three-sided war between Dressler's New Reich, the Western Entente led by dominant British Empire, and the Soviet Russia led by Sergei Kirov. The book is divided by critics, some praising its attention to detail, while others criticizing its large flaws in historical logic. Something like this could happen in another universe. There's actually a mod about the book. Even though it sounds like it's supposed to be real life, you know, it's our actual modern history. It's called Furreich, I think. I actually might play that mod. But it's basically based on that book. So it's like World War II with the Soviet Union, fascist Germany. Except it's slightly off than our actual history. It's a very interesting concept, and I probably should actually play it at some point. Are we at 5% yet? We're at 3.7, so no. Not quite. You just have massive defenses, and you're not strong enough to actually push our way through. So you just stay back. I mean, we can also upgrade Chief of Navy. We have no theorists at all. Actually, we have an Air Force, don't we? Oh no, we don't have any manpower to man the planes. Right, that was the issue. And we don't have a Navy anymore because it all sank. Or like half it sank at some point. Up. Ireland's declared war on the Irish Socialist Republic. We've already got some troubles going on in Ireland. No, phone. Please do not. No calling me. Thank you. We also got some Canadians. So the Canadians have landed in the north. Ireland's down here to the south. The Irish Socialist Republic. How many troops? You got 3. Actually, they have a ton. They have 8 to 14 divisions. So the British should probably try to help out their little puppet state down here. You still haven't actually pushed your way out there? Also, outdated equipment. So we can actually upgrade our infantry equipment, finally. Modify government. We can't really... Once again, I can't really do that because I don't want to waste factory output for no real reason. We're still getting our medium tank land doctrine. Let's get the next level here. Yeah, and they're finally actually going to push their way down south. How close are you to capitulating? You were at 72%. We still need to definitely take the capital. You guys need to definitely stop what you're doing, because that's clearly not working out. This city will fall eventually. You're still doing 0, 0, 0. You're just taking casualties for no reason. You guys will move down south. It would be nice if we could get some assistance here by our friends, but I don't think it's going to be working out too well. Yeah, they're definitely just swarming Portugal at the moment. You know, they have too many guys there. We're going to push our way into this province. 2 guys here, but they've also got like a land defense, which is not great. They actually have no commander for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like that's a pretty important detail. Actually, I can use my navy. Can I not merge these fleets? Oh, they're not actually in the same province. Okay. Yeah, just kind of a troll. I don't really know what your plan's going to be. Are you navally invading into Anzio? I mean, actually only 1 militia guy there, so he's like not too strong, but still. I don't think it's actually working out. The Irish Socialist Republic... You capitulated extremely fast. Britain, what the hell are you guys doing? You just gave them a decent foothold. You're actually not even part of a faction, which is surprising. You just gave them a complete foothold in Ireland for the Entente. How could you let this happen? And these guys are finally about to die. I mean, it took a while, but we finally are getting there. And are you also just in the mountains? You are in the mountains. Why is all of Italy a mountain? You connect to these. Do these provinces connect? You do connect. So if we can push our way through plains, that would be significantly better. Are you plains as well? No, you're hills. You're a city, and I think you might be plains. I'm not too sure. No, you're also a mountain, even though you definitely don't look like a mountain. This one guy's going to be multiple combats, so he's going to get a 50% penalty on him, but even then, I don't think it's really working out for us. There we go. So we basically have captured southern Italy. Let's get these guys down here and try to capture Sicily. Siam has joined the Crow Prosperity Sphere. So Japan, I imagine, has their own faction now. So Japan, they got their little puppet states. They're both puppet states, yeah. And they have the Kingdom of Siam. So I wonder if they're going to try to aggressively push the Germans out, or they're going to attack Russia. I really don't know what their plans are going to be. I don't know if anybody knows at this point. Does Portugal still exist? It does. Disappointing. I was expecting a little bit more. So Finland has ceased to exist. The French are pushing in 1 division there for no real reason. I like how the AI just does the worst possible decisions. Are you in a poor province? This is a poor province. I would like to move these troops down here to Palmiro. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but that's what I would like to do. Also, we can get like some troops to land in... Well, they're trying to navally invade into Algiers, but I don't think it's really working out so well for them. Also, Liberia's gone fascist. Does Germany have any aspirations to attack the Entente? I don't think so. They have a non-aggression pact. So it's really going to be more likely that the Germans are going to try to attack us at some point. But I do think this is going to be a good time to end this episode. Thanks for watching. My name is Anthem. If you've enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. Not enjoyed, click thumbs down. If you want to see more, subscribe. And goodbye.